Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. Hope you're having a great start to your week. Let's continue on with my top 5 favorites from some of my personal favorite skincare brands. Today I want to discuss Farmacy. Farmacy is a skincare brand that I've been using for a number of years, and there are so many products that I've fallen in love with from this particular brand. It was actually kind of hard for me to narrow it down to just 5. I could easily give you 10 like that, but since I've been limiting these videos to top 5s, that's what we're doing. And actually, the 5th product that I'm going to share with you guys doesn't even live in my bathroom. It actually lives in my first aid kit, and it is a product that I think honestly every parent should have in their first aid kit. I've used this product on Stella a number of times, as well as myself, as well as Craig, and it's just a really great thing to have on hand. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it, you guys. So I am a Farmacy partner, so I will go ahead and link these products to both the Farmacy website. If you use my discount code there, it'll save you 20% on anything at Farmacy.com. But Farmacy products are also available at your local Sephora. So if you would rather purchase these products at a store where it's maybe a little bit easier to return them if they don't work out for you, then certainly check out your local Sephora. You can find, I believe, pretty much everything I'm showing here in Sephora. So yeah, I'm super excited to share these. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of share them in order of, I guess, application, you could say. So the first one I'm going to get started with is, it's not going to be a surprise to you at all. I've mentioned it so many times here on my channel. It's the Farmacy Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. One thing I do want to mention just before I get into it, just so that you have a reference point if you're new here for what my skin type is, because I do think that matters. I have very oily skin. I might be 45 years old. I might be getting up there in years, but has my oil production slowed down? Absolutely not. Nope, no such luck. So lucky. No, I will say I do think that having oily skin does kind of keep it looking a little bit younger. I do have some other girlfriends who are the same age as me and they have extremely dry skin, and they're constantly talking about how difficult it is, how it feels like it ages their skin to have dry skin. So I guess, you know, I'm thankful for that. But that being said, it still is pretty frustrating for me. Along with that, oily skin does come enlarged pores. So blackheads really aren't an issue for me anymore. It's sebaceous filaments still, however, so gotta keep those pores clean. Also, I deal with melasma on my forehead. One of these products here was recently mentioned in my melasma maintenance video. I do personally love hydroquinone, but you have to cycle on and off with hydroquinone. So I shared some products that I use during my off months from hydroquinone that actually work quite well for me with my melasma. So those are kind of the main things that I deal with, right? So anyway, there's some information about my skin. Please know also that just because these products work extremely well for me, you might have a completely different skin type. You have to pay attention to your skin. And just because someone on the internet is telling you that something works really great for them, it doesn't necessarily mean it will for you. Now, some of us have very similar skin types, similar conditions, and so that I think, you know, might make you a good candidate for these. But again, you know your skin best, so you have to make your own decision about what's going to work for you. Anyway, back to the Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. You guys, I have loved this for many moons. You've seen so many empties of these jars. These smaller ones I really like for keeping in my travel bag. In fact, this one came from my travel bag. The Farmacy Green Clean is a wonderful balm that removes every ounce of makeup, SPF, dirt, oil, bacteria, whatever it is that you may have on your face from the day. The first thing you're gonna do when you wash your face at night is just take a little scoop of this. You're going to emulsify it between your hands, and you're gonna start working it into your skin. Really work that into your skin for bare minimum a minute. I feel like most of us are in a rush in the evening to just like get it all off, slap the stuff on our face, and hop in bed. Take some time to actually like work the skincare into your skin. I'm promising you, it has made such a difference for me. But I will sometimes spend up to 2 minutes just massaging this particular product into my skin, really working it around the pores, really working it through my lashes. This takes care of everything: the SPF, the makeup, the dirt, the oil, like I said, waterproof mascara even easily is dissolved with this cleansing balm. There are a lot of great cleansing balms on the market, but honestly, this one is the most gentle to my eyes, and I really like the kind of soft fragrance that it has. Now, Farmacy does put out some limited edition fragrances with the Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. They actually have one right now that is a really great little set that has 3 new holiday scents. But for me, I really like the fragrance of the original. Now, when I say fragrance, I don't mean heavily fragrance, but if you are someone who does not like fragrance in any of your skincare, I would avoid this one because I think that the scent will probably drive you nuts. For me, I think it's like a part of like enjoying the routine of removing the makeup. This rinses very cleanly off. Once you've really worked the product into your skin, you take a little bit of water and then it turns into kind of this like milky consistency almost. And then I just do another quick little go around at that point, and then I just wash it off with warm water. And then I go in with this cleanser right here. So Farmacy has 2 cleansers that I actually really like, and it was kind of hard for me to pick between the 2 because the Clean Bee is, I think, a really great one. I would say if you are either normal or you have dry skin, I think the Clean Bee is going to be a great option for you. But if you are combo or oily, allow me to introduce you to my best friend here, Whipped Greens. This is an oil-free foaming cleanser. This has moringa and papaya in it. This one here is incredibly concentrated. Now, I will use this in the evening with my Clarisonic. It has a really nice light foaming option, not foaming, like foaming option. It has a nice light foam to it. So it really does tend to break down the oil that may be left on my skin a little bit better than some non-foaming cleansers. And again, if you have dry skin, don't use this. I think this is a much better fit for those of us with combo or oily skin. But because I am in that department, I think for me, this is the Farmacy cleanser that just tends to work the very best. It is gentle. It doesn't take out so much oil to where, you know how sometimes your skin can feel almost squeaky clean? I never get that with this, but I do feel like I have nothing left on my face and I am completely ready to go in with my morning or evening skincare routine, depending on, you know, what time of day I'm using this. It just does such a beautiful job of cleansing my skin without causing excess oil production from the skin, just feeling that like squeaky clean type sensation. Your skin will do that. If you are continually drying it out with different products and you tend to have oily skin to begin with, your skin will start to overproduce oil. How do I know this? Because I spent years trying to dry my face out and it only made the problem worse. And it wasn't until I started using gentler products and actually focusing on hydrating my face that I think the oil production somewhat balanced out. Now, still oily, but it has balanced out significantly since I've started actually hydrating my skin and not worrying about taking every ounce of oil out. So this cleanser will not do that. It's gentle, it's really concentrated, so a bottle like this will last you a long time. And yeah, again, has a really nice, light, fresh fragrance to it. So if fragrance is an issue, I would tell you to probably stay away from this one. All right. I actually had a little bit of a meltdown about this product this morning because I picked it up and I was going to use it in my melasma prone area. Actually, I use this all over my face, but this is their Brighten Up 3% Tranexamic Acid Dark Spot Toner with azelaic acid as well as PHA. Now, the reason that I freaked out is because I didn't realize how little I had left, and I don't have a backup of this. I already looked. So I am going to be placing an order with my 20% discount code here very shortly. So yeah, I am like down to here. Now, the reason that I think this threw me off is because this is a like really heavy, thick, so what's that noise? Oh, it's my neighbor. Okay. It's like, is there like a truck? There is a truck going by. It's my neighbor Mike. This is a really heavy glass bottle here. So I kept thinking like I had more product left. No, I don't have very much product at all. So luckily Farmacy is pretty quick with their shipments. So I shouldn't be without this for too long. And honestly, if I wanted to, I could just stop by my local Sephora and pick it up because they have it in stock there. But yeah, this is fantastic. Listen, this is a must if you have melasma and if you are either currently taking a break from your hydroquinone or you are, or if you don't like hydroquinone. I know there's a lot of people that don't like it. I happen to find that it works really well for my melasma, and I don't know. I'm fine with the potential side effects of hydroquinone. I don't feel like my skin has ever suffered as a result of it, so I'm okay. But I also know that I can't use it year round. So during the months where I cannot use hydroquinone or where I'm taking a break from it, I've been using ingredients like tranexamic acid, azelaic acid, mandelic acid to help keep the melasma in check. I usually only get it on my forehead. It's mostly triggered by the sun, but also lately I kind of feel like I've had some hormonal triggers as well. But this helps that melasma to fade incredibly quickly. It's easy to use, it's non-greasy. I can use this actually both morning and night. It never dries my skin out. It's very, very gentle and just super effective. I love the fact that the azelaic acid is included in here. I love the PHA. So not only does it work to, you know, kind of deal with the melasma, but the PHA also helps with, you know, keeping my pores a little bit more clear. I just think overall this is an incredible formulation from Farmacy, and it has worked extremely well for me. And after just finishing this one bottle here, like, I'm hooked. I need to have this in my life. It's fantastic. I think it's absolutely worth a try. Next, we have their 10% waterless vitamin C serum. Now this one here is a backup. I actually haven't opened this one yet because I just opened another vitamin C from Paula's Choice. And as we all know, vitamin C can be somewhat unstable. And so I don't like to have a ton of vitamin C products going at any given time. But this one here, I've already been through either 1 or 2 bottles of this, and it's wonderful. This has a 10% L-ascorbic acid as well as alpha-arbutin in it. And I think there's also, what else did I want to remember from here? There's ferulic acid in here. So that helps with the overall stability of the formulation. But this particular one really does a beautiful job of brightening up my skin. Again, vitamin C can help with melasma. So I love using this on my forehead as well. The formulation is very light. It absorbs very quickly. It's not oily or anything like that. And it's a wonderful formula. When they originally came out with this, I received 1 bottle as like a PR type item just to test it out. And I fell in love with it. And after I finished that, I purchased the second bottle. And then this one here, I think, is my 3rd one. So I really like this product a lot. I would absolutely recommend it. If you have tried a vitamin C that was a 20% L-ascorbic acid and you felt like maybe that was a little bit too much for you, try this 10%. It's fantastic and gives you a wonderful brightening effect, can help you deal with some hyperpigmentation. Yeah, it's really, really good. Now this last product here is the product that I actually keep in my first aid kit, and I have for years. This is probably, again, 3rd or 4th container of this. This is the Farmacy Honey Savior All-in-One Skin Repair Solve. Now, what I use this for is, it's a wide variety of uses. So anytime that we get any cuts, scrapes, burns, this immediately goes on. I've been using this on Stella for a number of years. I have a really accident-prone kid, and lately she's been getting into, bless her heart, she has her mom and dad's hair. We are both like fine, thin hair, not a lot of it, and Stella wants curly hair. So she's been, you know, trying to use a curler, and we all know how that goes when you're not experienced with them. You can burn yourself. So we rely heavily on this to deal with those burns. This has honey, it has propolis, it has royal jelly. So this just has really great ingredients for helping to heal the skin. Again, cuts, scrapes, burns, all of that stuff. This can go on. It's incredibly soothing. Another use that I have for this that is mostly just a me problem. Nobody else in my family deals with eczema. I do. So if my eczema gets really bad and my regular body lotions that I typically rely on to soothe it don't work, I also know that I can go grab this and I can put this on any of those eczema prone areas. They're instantly soothed. It takes the itch away. It just makes it to where like I don't feel like basically scratching the skin off of my arms, which is sometimes the point that I get to. Like my eczema gets so itchy, you guys, it's incredibly frustrating. This immediately takes that itch out. Now this comes out as this really kind of thick like salve. So I would say it's almost like a Vaseline type consistency, but it's fabulous. And if you don't have something like this in your first aid kit, I would really, really recommend checking this out. Yeah, it's just been a godsend for us, and there is always one in the kit. So you guys, these are my top 5 from Farmacy. I would love to know what products you have tried from Farmacy, what you think some of their best products are for your skin. I think it would be also maybe good if you could mention what your skin type is. So, you know, from my oily skin perspective, these, well, let's specifically these 4 products here work really quite well. But if you have either dry or sensitive skin and there are some products from Farmacy that really work well for you, please share your knowledge in the comments down below. As I mentioned, I will go ahead and link these in a few different places. At Farmacy, you can use my discount code that I will put in the description box down below, and that'll save you 20%. Or like I mentioned, just go shop at your local Sephora. Most of these products should be available there. So I hope you guys have a really great rest of your day. There should be at least a couple more of these top 5 videos coming from a few of my different brands, so stay tuned. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.